Shifting our focus to the African nation of Sudan, where violent anti-military protests rocked the capital city of Khartoum on Sunday, over rising violence in the country's Blue Nile State that has already claimed over 60 lives. Security forces fired tear gas at protesters to disperse the crowd from gathering. They also erected roadblocks on bridges crossing the Nile River linking Khartoum to its suburbs. Protesters have accused the military rule for the surge in tribal clashes in the country. The capital has been the scene of near-weekly protests since Army Chief General Abdel Fattah al-Burhan launched a power grab in October last year that derailed a transition to civilian rule. The military coup has worsened the long-running economic crisis in the country that has triggered intercommunal unrest in remote parts of the country. The latest flashpoint is now the southern state of Blue Nile, where over 60 people have died and another 100 have been injured in tribal clashes that started last week between the Hausa and the Barti tribes. The region is very close to the border with Ethiopia. Now, according to reports, the clashes first broke out last week after a farmer was killed following a land dispute between both the tribes. Authorities have had to deploy the military and paramilitary support forces to bring stability to the region. They also imposed a nightly curfew in the towns of Damazin, where the clashes took place. Experts say that the abrupt power grab by the military last year created a security vacuum that has sparked a resurgence in tribal violence. In April, tribal clashes killed over 200 people in the war-ravaged Darfur region. And for more on this, our correspondent Naba Mohideen has sent us this report from Khartoum.
The death toll in Blue Nile region rose to 65 and the injured people are 150 due to recent reports by the government. There is at least 14,000 people were displaced and deployed by the military to nearest location to Blue Nile region, to the Mazin, Gunes East and to Aruseris. They are located in some locations belong to military like schools and hospitals, but the situation is bad and there is no humanitarian aid. People in Khartoum and different places in the country like Al-Gadarif and Kassala, Eastern Sudan and Madani in Central Sudan marched in very big demonstrations calling for the military to interfere and contain the crisis because it's warning of bigger crisis and the tribal clash shall extend if it's not contained very soon. The military imposed a curfew 2 days ago and deployed heavy troops by rapid support forces and military, but it's still the security situation is bad and fragile and warning of a bigger humanitarian crisis and security crisis. There is demonstrations in Khartoum and in different places in the capital, and it will continue on a nearly daily basis till law and order is restored and calm and stability is restored back in the country again.
WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.